question was how to get, better shoulder movement, better commitment in the spin, in the turnaround, and just better overall body control, so that you can take a horse from whatever discipline it's been in, and you can start to play with it and have some fun with it and push it around a little bit and get that body control that lends itself to reining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through an exercise. It's an exercise that I use all the time to kind of soften up and get my horses to just understand, because what we have to understand right off the top is that their brains don't connect. So when I teach my horse something on the left, I have to also go and teach him on the right, and that's really important to understand. So even in a snaffle, I need to teach my horse left rein and what that left rein means in his left brain, and I have to teach him over here what it means in his right brain as well. And so that's the only way to get a horse broke, so I can take hold of it here, and it's soft, 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 and comes back to me really nicely. And so what I do when I start out is I start to work with these young horses in the snaffle, and you'll see how I take right rein here, and I'll start to push that hip around, and I want to push this horse laterally to the left in a small circle until it gives me its nose and really softens and relaxes. Now, early on, I may have to use a lot of leg to really push that hip and make that hip step over. I may have to use a lot of hands to really get it to commit, and I have to push it around a little bit until it really softens, so that when I take right rein, right leg, I get this real soft feel over here. Once I've kind of lifted that rib cage out of the way, I'll do one of two things. I may take them to the left and push that shoulder around a little bit, ask that horse to come around off my outside rein, outside leg like that, and begin my spin that way. Or I may take them here, and once this should get kind of stuck. This is a 3-year-old that I haven't spent a lot of time on. She's really cool. I really like her, but she's not finished by any means. So I'm going to start to push that hip around a little bit. I'm going to get that body to step off my left leg here. I might have to get after her some. I don't want it to be fast. It doesn't have to be abrupt or fast. It has to be consistent. And then once I've picked up that shoulder, I've picked up this body, I may again take that outside rein and change hands, change legs, and ask this horse to follow through now and come around there. But what this exercise starts to do, it starts to teach your horse that when you take hold of it, it rattles up and it stays around. If I take this right rein over here and push this horse, it's going to give me its face, and it's going to soften and come back to me. And so I can just kind of take hold of it like this, and I've taught it that right there. Left rein, left leg, you pick up and you soften, you give me your nose, and you stay respectful and soft down there. And so what you're actually doing is you're taking this left leg and you're lifting, and you'll see, if I lift, you'll see her rib cage kind of lift up there, and you see I can round her belly up a little bit there. And I kind of get her to commit to the pressure of my leg there. And you see she get a little bit worried. I'm going to kind of hold. I'll help her a little bit. Squeeze, squeeze, hold, 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 hold until she relaxes and understands. And I don't know if I've even done this with this horse yet, but pretty soon I'm going to get her back up and round, and she's going to understand that if she just goes, and you'll see her commit here pretty soon, and her feet will quit there. You see that? Her feet will quit moving. She's just committed to it because she understands left leg, left rein, right leg, right rein. I put them both together. She didn't understand it when I first did it, so she's going to dance around a little bit. Again, same thing. I'm just going to sit there. Now I can walk to center, and I can put a leg on, and this horse is going to stop there, and it's going to drop its head, wait for me to lope off, wait for me to set it up. I can now pick up this left rein, set it up for a lope off departure, push the tip over a little bit, and it's actually going to reach, reach, reach instead of coming up and bracing against me. So start by drawing that hand out here, really get that bend, ask that horse to come off that leg, and really soften. Make sure it doesn't just bend here at the neck and walk straight forward. It has to go laterally off your leg And so to do that, sometimes you might bump a little bit on that rein and just help it kind of, help it kind of step off there. And then you come up with that outside rein against there, that leg, and help it turn around a little bit. Now again, like I said, this mare really hasn't been doing much of anything, you know, but just sort of getting in shape, loping around, fitting into the program. But that's essentially where I start with them all. Teach them to come off that leg and really be respectful down there. So I can essentially go one-handed really soon, and it doesn't matter if I put a snaffle in or a bridle in, this horse is going to pay attention to me. So again, bring that hand out, draw it down here, draw it from your elbow to her nose. You know, don't pull up here, you get too much bend through the neck. Make sure that you keep your hands wide, keep that lateral motion, make sure that that horse is coming laterally off your inside leg. Make sure that that hip is breaking loose and stepping under. If you get stuck a little bit, you go ahead and push on it, make sure that that hip breaks off a little bit there, you actually come around, and that's going to help you get this softness where they want to start turning around on their own. So that kind of covers that. That's something that I do with all my horses.